Hi, in these lectures we will look into the details of Microsoft StorSimple solution. In today's session I will show you some of the basics of the StorSimple Manager Portal. StorSimple Manager is accessible only by using the Microsoft Azure Management Portal. So let's first log in into our Azure tenant. I will use my corporate credentials, and as you can see we are still accessing the old Microsoft Azure portal. That's because the StorSimple Manager hasn't been yet converted to the new Microsoft Azure portal. Okay, when the page finally loads, we have to scroll down to the bottom of the Azure services. Here we have StorSimple. We find two StorSimple services. The first one, named StorSimple-NIL. This is the one that contains all the appliances that are registered to the StorSimple service. Here we also have our StorSimple physical array running in our on-prem data center, and the other one named StorSimple-virtual array. This one was created only for test purposes and contains only the StorSimple virtual array devices. If you're asking yourself what is StorSimple virtual array, it is a virtual machine that runs in your data center. So StorSimple virtual array became generally available in the middle of December 2015 and basically is a virtual machine that mimics many of the features that were available until now only by the StorSimple physical devices. More about StorSimple virtual array in one of the future lectures, because this is a very broad topic and it needs its own video. Okay, let's continue with our track. We'll click on the first primary service, and when the page finally loads, we are presented with a dashboard screen that shows us a summary of the aggregated space consumed by all the devices that are registered to the StorSimple-NIL service. So this is the space consumed by the physical appliances, by the virtual one running in Azure data center, or by the virtual appliances that run in your on-prem data center. Remember the StorSimple virtual array that I was talking about a few moments ago? So if I click on the devices tab, I'll get a list of the devices that are currently accessing the StorSimple-NIL StorSimple Manager. The first three devices are virtual devices type. The last one is our StorSimple physical array connected to our service in data center. So I'll click on this one, and once again we get a dashboard screen with a difference in that this time dashboard screen shows only the consumed space on our physical device. We also have some additional information, the model number, the device software that is currently installed on the physical array. We have a section dedicated for alerts. We have one warning. We have some jobs that were run in the last 24 hours. In these lectures I will try to show you just the more interesting parts of the StorSimple Manager Portal. That's why I will skip the monitor section. Also the volume container section and backup policies will be skipped. The reason is because we will look into the details in one of the future lectures, and we will continue with the configuration tab. Here we can set some basic settings, so the device name, we can enter a description for this StorSimple array, some time related settings, DNS settings. So this is a very important part. We must enter at least one DNS setting, one DNS server, sorry. We have also some proxy related settings. If we have a proxy server running in our network, and the central part of the settings tab is dedicated to network configuration. So just a quick recap, each StorSimple appliance from the 8000 series has two controllers that run in a fault-tolerant configuration. That means if one controller fails, the other should seamlessly take over its load. And by default, when we install the StorSimple array, the first interface that is named data0 is automatically dedicated for cloud traffic. What is cloud traffic? Cloud traffic is the data that is exchanged between the StorSimple physical array and the Azure service that runs in one of the Microsoft Azure data centers. All the other interfaces can be set to be iSCSI enabled, so they will be dedicated for communication between your StorSimple server, between your physical servers and StorSimple appliance, or they can also be set to be cloud-enabled interfaces. But usually we configure them for iSCSI, and if the whole setup is correctly designed, we can get a highly available system, and at the same time we can also increase the performance between the StorSimple appliance and the servers that are connected to the appliance by using multi-path I/O that the device supports. So let's move on. At the bottom of the page we also have some security related settings. We can enter a CHEP username, a password, and this will enforce the servers before connecting to the StorSimple appliance. They will have to authenticate, and only after the authentication they will be able to access the logical units that were created on the StorSimple appliance. Okay, the last part, maintenance tab. Here we have the current status of the controllers. So as you can see, the controller 0 is currently the active controller. We also have some basic information about the status of the hardware components. These are the shared components. We can also check the components for each individual controller, and as you can see, everything seems to be running healthy. At the bottom of the page we have a scan updates button. Clicking on it creates a new job on our physical array, and the job will check for any new updates. If it will find them, they will be presented using the StorSimple Manager, and we will be able to install them. Okay, in this video we did just a quick overview of the StorSimple Manager Portal. In the next lecture we will create a new logical volume unit on the appliance and make it available to our servers. So stay tuned until then.